Welcome back. Okay, so we've gone from olive oil to popcorn. I don't know, it's kind of a weird transition, right? But we thought this is our dessert. So joining me right now is Rachel Matthews, and you have kind of an interesting story. Before we get into making, which is this, we're going to be making, what do you call it, patty corn? Patty corn for the kind of St. Patrick's Day. You were in pharmaceutical sales?
I was.
And tell us how you got from pharmaceutical sales to popcorn connoisseur.
Well, my family's been making caramel corn for probably 20 years, and I would always bring it to meetings, and everybody always wanted the recipe, and I would always say, it's going to be a plan B when this gig is up. And so a couple of years ago, I was laid off, as much of the pharmaceutical sales forces were.
Okay.
And so I decided to open this,
So
start Plan B caramel
was
corn.
activated.
It was.
And it started with this recipe.
It started with just the caramel. We didn't have any of the other flavors at that point. We've since done cheese, white cheddar, yellow cheddar, and there's a buffalo blue cheese right there, which is really spicy. The patty corn, we have a Buckeye corn, which is the peanut butter chocolate.
And so it's just so everyone, you ship everywhere. You're saying at the holidays you were busy,
Crazy busy.
Crazy busy, and it's Rachel Michaels. That's the popcorn name. So if you're looking for this, and I've sampled all of it so far before we even started to make it because I can't express how much I love caramel popcorn. Love it. Okay, so when you're making this particular, if we're home and giving this a whirl, you started out by melting some butter.
I did. Well, first you pop the popcorn. And so that's what it is to start with, just the plain popcorn.
With your popping method, what do you do in a big way that you're doing it?
I use an actual popcorn machine like you see in the movie theater.
Okay, so the big thing and it's coming up the, okay.
Yep. And so we start there, and then we go ahead with the butter, brown sugar, Caro syrup, and some baking soda. And you melt that, and you get this to about 8 minutes into it. And then you would dump this mixture over on top of the plain popcorn.
Okay.
And then you would take this whole thing once you mix it up, and you put it in the oven for about an hour, mixing it thoroughly.
So after you get it coated, it spends time in the oven.
An hour in the oven, and then it comes out like this. And then while it is still hot, in order to make the patty corn, you would dump, these are mint chocolate wafers. So I would pour this on top of the hot caramel corn right out of the oven, and then it melts it.
So the wafers are melted by the hot popcorn.
Correct. And so that is where we are with this.
So let's move this. We've got step 1, step 2 goes in goes in the oven,
3,
and then
it cools.
You've put the mint chocolate discs
Wafers.
And then you're on here.
Corn. So it cools, and you let that go and cool, and then you take what is in here is white chocolate that I've melted, but it's actually green in color for St. Patrick's Day. So we'll put some white chocolate on top of it.
So when you come up with a flavor, I've had people that do different cupcake flavors, and what inspires you to come up with these different mixes?
Well, just trying to do different things. We've done we wanted to do a bacon brittle, a caramel apple bacon brittle. We've done a pecan cinnamon roll. We've done kind of a Mediterranean Christmas corn, which is the mint chocolate with peppermint on top. So you just keep going back and forth with this and making up this color combination for St. Patrick's Day.
So what's your most popular?
The Buckeye.
The Buckeye. Let's see that then.
Let's talk that.
Because this is real specific. If you're watching in Northwest Ohio, you know what a Buckeye is, right?
Yes.
Michiganders, we know what a Buckeye is. But if you're not, so explain to people, because I think
stupid good is what it should have been.
Stupid good popcorn.
There it is.
So this is the Buckeye flavor. Oh my gosh, that's really good.
I know, stupid good.
So a Buckeye, explain to people what a Buckeye is. It's a little bit of peanut butter in the center.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Chocolate on the outside.
And then there's caramel everything starts with the caramel, so then you put the peanut butter and chocolate on top.
Okay.
This is the cheddar, and then you can do this Chicago style, so you can add the caramel with the cheddar, like they do, in Garrett.
And then, how did you come up with the label and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, a good friend of mine, I asked for her help, and she's just a master, Amy Lesnowitz, and she did all of the labeling, and we try to do different color schemes with the different labels with the different flavors. And right now I need to do something for the white cheddar, because all the cheeses are about the same. But if you want to try, we need to turn this off. buffalo blue cheese. This has got a big kick to it. So
this is a spicy kind of buffalo wing popcorn. Oh, that does have a little bite. I like it. This is the one for my husband.
Yeah, that's great to be at a game, watching football, or anything like that.
So how's it been going? Your life has totally changed.
It has totally changed.
What advice would you, what do you wish you would have known before you started all this? Have you like, this is the way to do it. What advice would you give someone who's in your same spot? I'm going to follow my plan B.
Just go with it. I
Really?
mean, yes. I wish I would have maybe moved faster, but I just did everything at my own natural progression. So it's all falling into place. It's just with my family and my kids, it's just been really nice to take it slow and easy.
And like I said, you can get all of her popcorn flavors on RachelMichaelsPopcorn.com.
Popcorn.com. And
you
order
ship
online.
everywhere.
I ship everywhere. There are bags, different size bags. There's a 5 and 10 ounce bag. There are these containers, which are great for gift giving, but are a little bit more expensive just because the containers. And then, of course, there are tins, 2-gallon tins, and you can do the dividers where if you want cheese, caramel, and Buckeye, or
you can
whatever.
get the whole variety, kind of 3 variety in that. And so what's next for your popcorn company? What do you think's next for the company?
A store.
A store.
I'm hoping for a store. I do a lot of events, and everybody asks where my store is and how can I get some, and or I get phone calls, where are you located? And so a storefront would make that all the more easy and accessible for people to get it.
And you would give anyone advice in your spot, try that plan B, but go for it 100%.
Go for it, 100%.
100%. All right, and all of the sites that we talked about today are going to be linked on our site, which is fullplate.tv. So you'll be able to go to Bumble Olive Oil Company, the Paula Brown Shop. You'll be able to get the recipe for those fantastic cupcakes and find out how to order olive oil. That's kind of hard to say. All of that will be at fullplate.tv. We really appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much for the popcorn. And I have been eating since the minute she got here, so
it's all here to stay.
If she's skinny, see, so I should be able to do this with no problem. Thanks for joining us on Full Plate. See you next time. I really like the color.